Hi guys, welcome to Tech Tricks Tutorials. Today we're going to talk about how to make an app with the help of Chatgpt. This is a step-by-step guide to follow easily, so don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's dive right in. So Chatgpt is developed by OpenAI and it's pretty amazing. It's part of a group of AI models that are really good at understanding and creating text that's just like how humans write and talk. It learned from loads of stuff on the internet, so it's versatile. It can do all sorts of language tasks, from answering questions to having fun and engaging conversations. This tool's ability to mimic human-like text makes it incredibly useful for various tasks that involves language and communication. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the ChatGPT website by typing ChatGPT in the address bar, and now I'm just going to click on ChatGPT over here. Now as you can see, the ChatGPT website has loaded. Now I can either log in or sign up if I don't have an account. In my case, I'm going to log in. So for this tutorial, let's try to make a very simple tic-tac-toe game application. So I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to do that for me. Basically, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create a tic-tac-toe game in mobile responsive code because I want my application to work in a mobile phone as well. So as you can see, ChatGPT is already typing down all the code that we need to create in the application. This includes the HTML code, the CSS code, and the JavaScript code. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is we just have to copy the whole HTML code, and then we're going to open a new tab. Let's visit this website called CodePen. And the purpose of CodePen is to test the HTML code that we have to see if it is actually working. All we need to do is provide CodePen with the HTML code, CSS code, and the JavaScript code. So if you notice, we have the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript section over here. What we're going to do is go back to ChatGPT and copy the HTML code over here. Then we're going to go back to CodePen and just paste it over here in the HTML section. And you're going to notice that the tic-tac-toe game has showed up. And then we can start testing it now. Our HTML code already consists of the CSS and the JavaScript code. So basically, the design and behavior of the app is already there. Let's say I want to add a background color to my tic-tac-toe game. So I'm going to say like, hey, ChatGPT, can you make the background color pink? So as you can see, ChatGPT is already going to make the code for us. All I'm going to do is find the background color line. So if you can notice, we have the background color line over here in the body. So what I'm going to do now is copy that line. I can press on Ctrl+C and I'll go back to the CodePen and go to the body section of the page of the HTML code, put down the background color over there. And if you would notice, the background color has changed to pink and our code is still working. So the next thing I want to do is make the game available online so that other people can try the game online. The first thing I'm going to do is to go to this website called TinyHost. So I'm going to click that website, and as you can see, TinyHost requires a zip file, which I'm going to upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my notepad, and then I will go back to CodePen. And then here in CodePen, I will copy the HTML code and will paste it over here in the notepad. And then I'm going to go to File, and then Save As, and I'll just put it here in my Drive T. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to name this tic-tac-toe app and I'll put my HTML file over here. I'm going to name my HTML file index.html. Make sure that it is named index.html and then click Save. And then over here, we're going to notice that TinyHost requires it as a compressed file. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to my tic-tac-toe app folder and I will right click on that. And then now I'm going to have to compress that zip file. So when I click on compress the zip file, you will notice that a compressed folder is created. The next thing I want to do is to drag the zip file over here in the TinyHost website. And then I'm going to input a link name. Sometimes a link name is already taken, so I'm just gonna have to try other names. It's up to you to decide what application name you're going to put, and I'm gonna try to add this name. So as you can see, this will work. So we can now input more details and then just press next. Now the next step is to view the site, and we can see the link is available, which means that my app is live and working. The next thing I want to do is to create an actual installer of this app that I can run in my phone. And to do that, I'm gonna go to this website called Web into App, which is going to be the one to convert my web application into an actual installer and install it directly to my phone. So here I can either log in or register if I don't have an existing login yet. In my case, I already have one, so I'm just going to click on Login. Now this is the dashboard, and I'm going to click on Maker. Once I click that, you should see that another web page has loaded where we can input the URL of the application that we made. So I'm going to copy my tic-tac-toe game application link, and I will put it over here in the URL field, and then I'm going to have to input an application name. So I'm just going to name it the same name I gave it in my TinyHost, and here you can also set up the application icon. The default is a star, in which you can change it to an existing icon if you have one, but if you don't have an icon yet, I'd recommend going to flat icon where you can get ready-made icons. The next thing we're gonna do is to make the app by clicking on Free Android app, because here in the dedicated Android iOS app, we're going to have to pay a certain fee. So what we're going to do now is to make the app through the free Android app. So as you can see, the Web into App is already creating the application installer. We're just going to have to give it some time, and once it's done, the only thing we're going to have to do now is to indicate the app category. We can't just press OK. So if it's a game, indicate that it is a game and indicate the description of the game. Once you're done, the next thing you're gonna do is click on the download icon. So you're going to download for free and download the zip files. Once the zip files are downloaded, we're going to go to the folder that we downloaded. We're going to right-click that and extract it into a folder. Then we're going to notice all the files are here. We're going to open the Android folder, and we will notice the APK file over here. So this is the installer file that we are going to put in our mobile phone. This is so that we can transfer this installer to our mobile phone using a USB cable, or we can use an app called Google Drive. So here you can see that the file is already in Google Drive. I'm going to go to my mobile phone right now, and you can see that the application installer is here in my mobile phone's Google Drive. Now I'm just going to download that, and I will allow installation from unknown apps. So let me just click on more details, and I will choose install anyway. Once it is installed, we can already test the app if it's working in our mobile phone. Let's see if it's going to run. So as you can see, our tic-tac-toe game is working on the phone, and now we have created an app with the help of Chatgpt. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button for more videos like this. See you on the next one!